The main recipe that we like to think about is how you get people into your world, so you acquire them, so obviously you create awareness, you hopefully earn some data from them so that you can maintain an ongoing relationship, and then really it's about ongoing engagement. How do you keep people interested, give them new things, things to talk about, things to think about, and then things to do, and then you're talking about conversion, so the things you want people to do are to share your message, give you some time, or give you some money. And all of those things are incredibly supportive for a campaign. So really it's about how can you earn the longest possible period to talk to people in a way that they will respond to the things that you're saying to them, and so on. So social media is another channel. I think it empowers people to take hold of your message and do things with it. I thought the Miller fandom example where people were turning Ed Miliband into a kind of sex object is a real example of people doing things on social that otherwise wouldn't have happened from the campaign, and therefore being things that the campaign knows are interesting and fun and part of something that they want to perhaps be part of as well. But do they change the fundamentals of it? I think there's a very different set of things that social would need to do to really influence that stuff. A lot of what happens on social is the same people talking to one another over and over again. In politics, it's a relatively small number of people who are interested in politics, and then 30 million people come and vote on the day, and maybe 100,000 people have been talking to each other about politics all along. So social media for me isn't the game changer. The game changer is, can you create and manage those relationships at scale with people and give them purposeful, meaningful things to do? I don't think there were any major regrets. I think as with any campaign, some ideas don't make it out of the room, and I think there were some great ideas that didn't make it out of the room. But at the same time, politics is a very scary environment to work in, and things can escalate very, very quickly. And so people are rightly a little careful with some of the ideas that are perhaps a bit more aggressive or controversial. And although a digital team or an agency or anyone might think this is a good idea and we should do it, there are sometimes cooler and wiser heads in the room. And so I think the regrets are mainly, there are some lovely ideas that we would have loved to see happen, but such is life.